Our family has raided the piggy bank, and we're now traveling the world to experience up close and in person all the natural wonders and distinct cultures that our kids are studying in school. We just finished a 3-week trip in Southeast Asia where we explored the modern city-state of Singapore and hopped between almost a dozen spectacular islands in the underrated tropical jewel of the Philippines. But now that we're in the Western Hemisphere for a couple of months, we've grabbed our best friend Amanda and hopped a flight back down to the historic town that Travel and Leisure has named the best city in the world. San Miguel de Allende is an inland Mexican hotspot that can take a little longer to get to, and that's a 7-hour drive from the nearest beach, but it packs more culture than you can shake a stick at. And true to our mission of finding authentic experiences, we're crashing in a new downtown house. We're meeting up with a local to visit the mercado, cooking up a home-style Mexican meal, volunteering at a neighborhood charity, and exploring some of the spots that make this town so unique.
The city played a really important role in the Mexican Revolution. It was the first independent or modern government that was established at the beginning of the war. And it's where it got its name, because that government was formed by Miguel Hidalgo, Ignacio Allende, and Ignacio Aldama. And that was in 1810.
Hello. Today I am demonstrating a backflip.
Don't do a backflip.
This is the Centro Plaza area of the Centro region of downtown. One of the favorite places for Brooklyn and Colt to play, right over here under all these trees. They just run around and have a great time. And right up here is Parroquia de San Miguel Arcángel, which means the parish of St. Michael the Archangel. It's iconic San Miguel because of the pink limestone, Spanish, colonial architecture. These spires are what you see in pretty much any piece of imagery of San Miguel de Allende anywhere.
As you can tell already, Phil's gonna do most of the narration because he's so damn good at the pronunciations. He's just got that ear and that roll. See, I can't even do it. His pronunciations are beautiful.
San Miguel's more than just churches and architecture. There's also a very large culinary scene here.
Hi, are you Chef Stephanie?
I'm Stephanie, yes.
Come on in.
Thank you. Hi.
Hello.
How are you?
Stephanie is a fantastic chef in San Miguel, so she is here to take us to the market and teach us a lot about the cuisine in the area and show us how to make some of the food. And we're gonna leave right away. This is a perfect day. It is beautiful out, and the market is only a few blocks away, so we don't have far to go.
This city's incredibly walkable, although it is like very narrow streets, very narrow sidewalks. So it can be a little treacherous. You gotta make sure you're wearing the right shoes.
Stephanie, why would you say San Miguel is such a culinary hub? There's so many different cuisines here.
There's a little bit of everything, and there's a lot of people coming and going, so I think there's a lot of exchange of culture and taste and ingredients. I've seen people bring their own ingredients
Really?
because they're used to eating certain stuff. It's very interesting to know what they like and how it's cooked and how it's done and the taste of it, and how can you apply it to your own culture and make it a part of what you're doing too.
So it's always evolving, the cuisine here?
Yes.
Stephanie says we've got to stop and have a churro on our way. Kids are really excited about it. I'm pretty excited about it too. Haven't had breakfast yet, so we're gonna have a little bite and then do our shopping.
And it's so good. Like a sugary pancake. Thank you.
So tasty. Such a strong vanilla flavor in it. It's like a marshmallow flavored churro. I take another bite and I'm like, yeah, it is a marshmallow flavored churro. All right, let's go. Stephanie was hoping to get some beans here, but they don't have it today. We're improvising. They have a lot of cactus in their recipes. They have some pico de gallo with cactus in it, also poblanos. But luckily, next stop over, Stephanie found the beans that she was looking for. And they grow these beans on their farm themselves, and there's supposed to be a really special flavor to them. This is the main market here, and we have a list of things we need to find.
Is this like the cactus we're eating?
Yes, it is. But be very careful because the egg.
Okay.
Yeah. So you hold them from down here so you don't get your hands so.
Good tip. Poblanos, eating some of those today. Limes, we already have plenty of limes at home.
Love coming to the local markets where you know that everything is farmed organically and usually from a family. And you know how hard they work to harvest this food. So we love supporting the communities in that way when we travel. And it's also a great way to get a little more cultural experience.
Speaking of harvesting, rice. We know how that's harvested now, thanks to our friends in the Philippines.
Flowers, now it smells smells good.
It smells like Sprite.
We just missed Dia de los Muertos by about a week. Can't wait to come back sometime and actually experience that, because it's gotta be phenomenal here. We're getting some chipotle peppers. I've had a lot of chipotle, most people have, but honestly, I've never seen one before it's been cooked into some sort of a dish. So that's what it looks like. Chipotle, my understanding is it's a smoked jalapeno pepper, by the way, and then dried.
This is like fresh cheese, and then we're gonna get some Oaxaca cheese. Ranchero cheese.
And you make this on your ranch?
Yeah?
Yeah. I think we had some of that when we did our horseback riding ranch thing, right? Oh, that's very good.
Almost as if you mix Gouda with string cheese.
It does taste like mozzarella a little bit, string cheese, yeah. Brooklyn, come here, I want to show you the thing over here. These are a different breed of lemon lime. It's like a lemon lime. It's like a Sprite fruit. I would give $1,000 per day to be able to have a market like this where we live.
Yeah, the community you feel when you come to a place like this and how personal it is. It's so different than going to a grocery store and just buying your products and leaving. There's no personal interaction. But here, you get to talk to people, you get to know their family, and it's higher quality than what you would find in a grocery store. And the personal touch, that's the best part. Amanda's just like us. She's working on vacation. She's a realtor, so she never stops working. We were wondering what these little green pods were. We thought it was something we hadn't heard of, but it's garbanzo. Thank you, gracias. We can eat it right out of here. She just put a bunch of spices in it and lime juice. And then you eat it just like edamame with all the flavoring on the outside, and you kind of like pinch it, squeeze it in your mouth. You throw this part out.
I'm eating pomegranate. What? I thought lychee was my favorite thing in the world, but no, pomegranate is. I completely forgot pomegranate existed.
So many nutritional qualities in pomegranate too. A lot of antioxidants, so love that the kids are eating it. And we only have one more ingredient left on the list.
The meats. What are we getting today, Stephanie?
Chicken, we're getting some chicharrón.
Oh, yeah.
Actually, there is one more ingredient left to get, and Stephanie has a little bit of a history with where we're going. This little market's been around for such a long time. Her grandmother used to shop here.
Great-grandmother.
Her great-grandmother used to shop here.
All
We
right.
just needed a little sugar. Now let's go. Now that we've had a little taste, we've whet our appetite, and we're ready to get this meal going. We're gonna hurry on back to the house. Getting all set up here, and we picked up wheat licoche. We had this last time we were in San Miguel and learned that it is a mold. When the corn gets too much rain, the mold grows in here and it becomes a very flavorful black corn, and it's yummy.
All right, we're gonna make some margaritas before we get into cooking some food. But we're gonna put our normal limes back and we're gonna use those lemons. We're gonna make a small batch because I don't wanna squeeze too many limes by hand. So lima. Instead of limon, lima, that's the mixed one. Why do we do this, Amanda?
You know, to...
Because that's what they do on TV shows. Apparently it like squeezes to let more juice out. Lima, all squeezed. Let's do some tequila. Oh, now in Mexico we have these handy little things that prevent you from pouring too much.
I think they're called the fun stoppers.
Okay. And then we're gonna do Cointreau for some sweetness in the orange, yeah. Some sparkling club soda.
Cheers, thank you. You have a very strong hand.
And if you notice our aprons, there's Stephanie's signature on there. You can book her if you come here. She's fantastic. We're gonna leave her email in the comments. That's how you can get in touch with her.
Now I see why I was volunteered for this job. My arm's already tired.
I think that they volunteered you because your eyes are so beautiful. Look at me, babe. Oh my God. If you're wondering where the kids are while we're making all this food, they're upstairs doing a little bit of online school. They're learning as we go, and so they have to do a little school each day when we're traveling.
I'm gonna help make tortillas.
sweet lecoche, and you know it's ready when it turns from white to black. After over 2 hours of non-stop cooking, we are ready to feast.
That's a huge bite of guacamole.
I don't even know how to start because there's just so much. But I guess tostada. I have to do this chicken in the chipotle sauce. The smell is insane, and I did sneak a taste. Insane flavors. I'm not always a fan of chipotle, but this one blew my mind. So happy to finally eat this. It's worth all that work. You guys. Again, the chicken with that fresh chipotle.
Okay, yes.
Insane.
The guac and the salsa is amazing. Tortillas that we made, oh my gosh, dynamite.
I got that chicken with chipotle and then some of the beans. Look how crispy, crunchy that is. I can, oh, yeah. That's the best bite of Mexican food I've ever had.
I know, I want exactly what Phil had. So now I have a tamale. I'm gonna make exactly what Phil had, and I have to have one of these. It is a poblano stuffed with cheese, fried on the outside. Oh, wow. Everything tastes better when you know where it came from, and when you help to make it, and when you see a professional like Stephanie, she knows what she's doing. Brings out all the right flavors. Everything is so delicious. This tamale is for Colt because it's kind of a dessert tamale with the sweetened condensed milk. Makes it pretty sweet. And then Stephanie drizzled some more sweetness on top.
That was really good. Frosting with cornbread.
So full, so impressed with these flavors. So grateful for Stephanie. Again, we're gonna leave it in the comments. You can reach out to her if you wanna book her yourself. Now that you've seen the kitchen, we're gonna show you the rest of the house. And it's in the Inspirato portfolio. That is our travel destination club that we use. And if you want to learn more about that, go to followabc.com/pass. But this is a classic architecture for the homes in San Miguel. It's open. There are no ceilings. There are no walls in most of the rooms. Like this. This is the courtyard, and it has its own little living room. And it goes right into this open salon. Opens up on both ends here and here, right into the ginormous hot tub area. And then right over here is where Amanda's staying. It's a full ensuite, and it has a fireplace, big bathroom, full bathroom, and a really big walk-in closet. Scooting right in here is the living room with the big TV. We watched some football last night. And a nice big long dining room table. So if you have a private chef like we did, you've got plenty of space for a big, big meal. And you already saw the kitchen, so let's go this way. Let's head upstairs. All right, starting down here at the back, we have a laundry room. So if we need to use it, we're free to do so. There are 3 more bedrooms up here, including these 2. First one is connected Jack and Jill bathroom to the other. And we're just gonna scoot past this little thing. What a face. So they're sharing this closet, both big on each side, and a bathroom full size. This room's pretty much identical. It's great for kids because the rooms are connected to each other, and it's also right outside the master bedroom, which is phenomenal. Fit for a king and queen. Huge, huge bedroom. And the best feature, what everybody loves about this room, the views from this balcony. This is the only room with a balcony. So we'll come up here and we'll sit and watch the sunset. San Miguel has the most phenomenal sunsets. The bathroom's really big. A lot of light comes in because of the skylight, but I love that we have a big tub, nice, beautiful shower, the 2 sinks, and best part, humongous closets for all of my June Ruby outfits. That's my boutique store in Denver. I pretty much get all of my clothes there. Endless areas for indoor and outdoor living, including this lounge area right over the hot tub, which reminds me, we've got to get out of here and go shopping because both Amanda and I forgot our swimsuits and we want to use that jacuzzi. Let's hit the road. We all have to walk single file down these sidewalks because they're super narrow.
Did you know that there are no traffic lights or stop signs in downtown San Miguel? All the drivers just go with the honor system.
One of the many things that San Miguel is famous for is its fountains. These fountains were originally created hundreds of years ago, not just so that the residents of the city could have water, but so that the burros or donkeys that were going to and from town to work during the day had a place to actually get some water to drink.
There are 47 of these fountains. Yeah, but only 33 of them still have running water.
And it costs about $500,000 pesos or $25,000 US per year just to maintain the fountains. And about 60% of that money goes to graffiti removal, and about 40% goes to general maintenance for things like stolen pumps.
Every one of them has a different design. They used to be a place for people to gather, a little community area where people would come and talk to each other, get to know their neighbors, and
Speak the gossips.
Speak the gossips. I'm sorry, that's an inside joke from a previous episode. Another piece of art we love in this area are the doors. And a lot of them will look really rustic, but you have no idea how beautiful the residences are inside. Look at these. Some of these are over 100 years old. Some of these doors that they have are gorgeous. It makes the street so decorative and pretty and colorful. I wonder what they're doing.
They're just moseying.
They're just moseying on down to the church.
It's moseying.
Moseying down.
Listen, it's so satisfying. They're walking.
Now with the COVID pandemic, there are a lot of cities around the world, in places like Mexico and elsewhere, where you see a lot of gentrification. So digital nomads in particular are coming in and pushing out a lot of the locals because they're making everything more expensive. San Miguel is a bit different in the sense that started the better part of a century ago. In the 1930s, the population in San Miguel was significantly lower than it was in the 1700s. But in 1948, Life magazine ran an article called GI Paradise. It was an article about 50 American GIs who, after World War II, moved their wives down here to San Miguel so that they could use their GI Bill benefits to attend art college here at Bellas Artes. That article did so well that it generated an estimated 6,000 additional applications from other American GIs to come and do the same thing. And that was the starting point of the international growth down here that really makes it so unique. And it also explains why you can come down to San Miguel and go to an Italian restaurant or an Asian restaurant or a French restaurant and have it be just as authentic to the area as going to a Mexican restaurant. Let's take a break from the history of the city and focus on a bit of the present. Our travels aren't all food and games. Experiencing the authenticity of local ways of life means understanding the challenges that many communities address behind the scenes of tourism. When we visited San Miguel last year, we had the opportunity to work with a food bank that was providing meals to families that were struggling through the COVID pandemic. This week, we're volunteering at Centro Infantil de Los Angeles, a nonprofit daycare and preschool that provides free schooling to low-income working parents so that they can concentrate on addressing the needs of their family without having to worry about caring for their kids during the day. Despite being the 14th largest economy in the world, more than half of Mexico is considered poor, and about half the population here is under the age of 25. So childcare and education are a critical consideration for most families here. We're going to help out in a few classrooms, assisting with everything from crafts and cleanup to meals and playtime. Many volunteers stay for extended visits here, and the school even has a volunteer house where they can stay. That housing's provided on a donation basis, with all the donations going straight to the school.
We're each getting assigned, the 3 adults, to a different classroom. Colt's staying with me, Brooklyn's going to stay with Colt, and there are different age levels that we're going to help out with.
We're just all following her, but...
We're not going to post our regular fundraiser to this episode, but we are going to put a link to this website in the description. So if you're willing to give, it's going to be right there for you. Woo! We're finally enjoying the hot tub because Amanda and I found swimsuits. This is a pretty big hot tub. It could fit 8 people maybe. Game's on here.
Yeah.
That is toasty.
Hey, are you guys happy Amanda came with us?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
We love it when Amanda travels with us. Hopefully you'll see her on some more trips.
Yeah.
If you haven't seen the Florence episodes, check those out because that was a fantastic trip, especially going to the market with Amanda and then having her cook that incredible meal for us back at our villa.
Yeah.
But this has been another incredible trip in SMA. Really love this city. And it makes complete sense that Travel and Leisure and their readers would think that this is the greatest city in the world because it really has so much unique, cool stuff going for it.
And to touch on Florence, we're going to be back there very soon.
Yeah.
I haven't had a single lizard, but I still love this place.
All right, we're going to soak and relax, but we'll catch you in the next episode.
See you in the next episode.
Bye.
We are the Lockwoods. Aaron, Phil, Reagan, Brooklyn, and Cole. We're traveling the world to experience up close and in person all the natural wonders and distinct cultures that our kids would otherwise be consuming only through textbooks and TV. We think it's a better way to learn, and we're working hard to fund this little experiment in the hope that our kids will grow up wiser, kinder, and more grateful for the beauty of our diverse planet and its people.